Gotta check something real quick on my audio side. Let's see. Turn myself up a little bit. There we go. Alrighty, so probably need to turn the music down too so I don't get copyrighted on here, huh? Dang, that's loud. I don't know why that's so loud. Okay. So what's going on, everybody? I don't think anyone's going to really watch this much, but I did say that I was going to live stream my 100th Hot Lap episode, so here we are. I'm going to also toss in some motorsport predictions that for at least the stuff I usually watch to give me something to talk about while I am going to be hot lapping around here. Usually I don't talk during my videos and everything like that just because I'm a little bit too lazy to do all that mess. But we're going to do that today. Gotta make it, give me one moment. I gotta make it brighter in here. It is lay dark and I cannot see a dang thing. Alright. Okay, alright, so first things first, let's go ahead and load up the good old Nurburgring. And I said I was going to try and do this in I have. You're going to have to ignore the stuttering and stuff because I'm playing this on a PlayStation 4. So it is not going to be the fastest you can imagine. And y'all probably going to have to ignore sounds of me. I'm not going to be snacking. I can wait a little bit for that. But y'all might have to enjoy me occasionally opening and closing my drink. Got me a big old monster to drink on. Let's see. Oh, usually these like to spill over the second I open them, so let's see if I can slow. Oh, there we go. No problem opening that up. All right. Delicious. Okay. As you can see, I got a couple lap times under the 5-minute mark, but usually it's with the Red Bull and that crazy chaparral thing that I drove a few episodes ago. So we are going to get this ready and set up. And let's see what car. Gotta figure out what car I want to do first. I don't want to do the Tomahawk right away. That's going to be ridiculous. What's going on? How you doing? I'm going to try and start off with something a little bit on the light, well, not the lighter side, but not the insane side first. So let me, you know, I might use a Super Formula first. We're going to try that car first. I have a time for it, but we are going to, we're going to go for soft. We're just going to go for craziness here. Okay. Alright, we're going to get this started here in a minute. Let me get some stuff pulled up real quick first so I'm not all over the place trying to figure out what's going on. So I guess for the next few minutes I'm going to try and talk about, I guess, the Formula 1 season that's about to start. They've already done pre-testing for the last 2 days. Let's see. I knew I said I was going to start doing motorsport predictions, but I got to get my brain wrapped around what I'm about to be doing here first, and I got to make sure this isn't too loud, so yeah, y'all can still hear me talking while this is going. Turn that down just there a little bit. Okay. Okay, y'all might still be able to hear me. I guess we'll see. I'm not excited to be driving this thing. It's been a while. I haven't even played this game in a while. PlayStation's been on the fritz. And I'm on controller, I'm not using a wheel, so if I suck, I suck, oh well. But let's see. Formula One, this season they're doing new regulations, new cars, and honestly the big talk is about Mercedes and Red Bull having found this compression ratio that's going to make their engines have a bit more power whenever they're not on the hybrid, which is, I mean, it is what it is on that. But I think Mercedes is going to be the best and everything, and I'm just like, are you sure? Because I mean, I think people tend to forget that McLaren and now Alpine and also Williams also use the Mercedes engine. So, and the last 2 years, I mean, McLaren has beaten Mercedes pretty comfortably in the points, constructors and drivers. So I don't know, I'm not trying to be a fanboy here, but I'm gonna go with McLaren probably doing good again this year. I don't necessarily think Lando Norris is going to go back to back, but I think so far, I think them two, Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris, I think they have, like, I don't know, I think McLaren has the best overall solid team. Other than that, I mean, I think Williams has a pretty solid team too. Alex Albon's no slouch, and Carlos Sainz, who's my favorite driver on the grid, to be honest. I think they're a pretty solid lineup too overall. I mean, I know everyone talks about Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton, but at least in the ground effect era that we've had the last few years, Lewis has not really done that good. He's got like one sprint race win at China, I think. And I think that was that this year? Yeah, that was this year. This is his first year with him. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's really up in the air, but if I can predict like an overall winner, I'm gonna probably go with McLaren. Bottas at Cadillac. I think that's awesome because, like, I don't know, for like social media purposes, I think Bottas he's really good. He knows how to like play up to the camera. He knows how to be like funny and humorous. So social media wise, I think the teams need Bottas around. But I don't know. I don't know between him and Sergio Perez. I don't really know who's going to like really do necessarily better, because they both like had this thing where they start off the year really good, and like it just seems like once the year goes on and on, they just start to trail off from like their teammates and trail off in general. So I don't know. I mean, I'm happy for Bottas being there because, I mean, it was kind of sad seeing him as the Mercedes reserve driver all the time, just chilling in the background. So, I mean, he deserves to be on the grid. He's really good. He's not all that washed because, I mean, even when he left Mercedes and was at Alpha for a while before they turned into Kick Sauber and then now Audi, he was actually doing really good. Like, well, I wouldn't say he was doing really good, but like his first race on that team, he outqualified one of the Mercedes. I can't remember which one exactly, but like he qualified like right in between them at the first race in Bahrain, which I thought was hilarious because, I mean, Sauber wasn't really all that great of a team when the ground effects era all started and everything. So, I mean, I don't know. But I'm happy to see him on the grid. I think he deserves it. He's very well liked and everything. A lot of people have said Daniel Ricciardo should be somewhere around there, but like, I don't know. Lando Norris was pretty much stomping him into the ground whenever they were teammates at McLaren. I mean, I know it's not a car that he was necessarily good with, but, I mean, I don't know. It was just kind of sad at that point seeing him getting lapped at Monaco, and I think it was it was either 22 or 23. It was kind of sad seeing him getting lapped by Lando. And, like, everyone knows Daniel Ricciardo to be, like, amazing at Monaco, so I don't know. There's a lot of questions about it, but the car, The Caddy car looks really good. A lot of people were crapping all over how the Audi car looks, and I think the Audi car looks pretty good too. I mean, a lot of cars are running silver this year. At least that's for what they're showing for their releases and everything. A lot of people say the release and the... Dang, this thing's slow in a straight line. I should have shortened the gears a little bit. A lot of people say... Well, I don't know. Like, I like the silver on a lot of cars. Like, yeah, like the black and red. The black and red looks really good. I think it looks... This is controversial, but I don't really like the look of the Ferrari. I mean, I know it's supposed to like hark back to like the 70s. Let me do one more lap on this thing. I know it's supposed to hark back to the 70s and everything, but at the same time, it just doesn't look right. Like, some paint jobs don't look right on modern cars versus their vintage counterparts, if you ask me. Oh, I'm taking way too much curve. But yeah, I don't like the look of the new Ferrari, even though I love Ferrari through and through. But it's going to be really hard because I like Williams and Carlos Sainz. So, I mean, for me, it's kind of tough, especially since they're missing testing and everything, and they're putting it up to them having to like do extra stuff for their testing and everything. And I'm just like, that sounds kind of like a BS reason to be not there, miss testing. I think y'all found something wrong with what y'all had planned to go with, and it's not working. That's what I think is happening with Williams. So, and yeah, you can't force nostalgia. Like, some of them, like when now I think it was in 23 when Carlos and Charles ran the throwback scheme with the yellow on it. Now that looked really good because they didn't really overdo it. So, but I don't know. A deep part of me wishes... Now, I like the Alpine colors as the brand. Like, their 2021 car looked amazing. But at the same time, I think I've missed the Renault colors, like the red, the yellow, and the black. The yellow and the black look really good. Alright, I'm gonna finish this lap, and I'm probably gonna talk about another series while I'm doing this. But, yeah, so overall picks, I'm gonna go with probably... Because people really say, oh, okay, well, let me just wreck. Okay, but a lot of people overlook like how talented the McLaren drivers are, and I think they're one of the most solid groups, solid team there. Because I mean, they outscored just everybody last year except for Max. Well, Lando did, obviously, that's how he became champion. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to go for McLaren this year. I think they're going to do good. I'm just going to do first, second, and third, I guess. That's going to be my prediction. I think it's just going to be almost a repeat of last year. I think it's going to be McLaren first, Red Bull second. Although it's going to be a closer in the constructors, I imagine, this year. But, and third place, I'm going to go with Mercedes, I guess. Because I don't think... Something tells me that Ferrari's just going to be endlessly struggling. I don't know why. Charles might do good, but I'm just hoping. This is just a prediction. This is what my brain says. The heart says I hope Ferrari does really good, but the brain is telling me that they're still probably going to struggle. Oh God. So. Oh shit, I'm reading the questions and messing up. With the new regulations and everything, like I said, I think everyone's talking about Red Bull and Mercedes having the higher, or yeah, I think it's higher compression. I'm no tech whiz, but they have a different compression ratio, or at least they found within the regulations they can run a different compression ratio than most of the other engines. It says they have like it gives them like 3 extra tenths a lap or something like that overall. So it's gonna be kind of hard. I noticed like during the testing they said that the harvesting lights were flashing a lot, so it looks like they're having to use the cars are using a lot of energy to go fast. But they're not going all out during testing either, because they're just building up to it, obviously. But I overcooked that a little bit. I think I'm hoping, because like this is the ground effect rule in 2022 when it started, like the racing was closer. Like they were able to follow and pass. Like at Bahrain, Max and Charles were just swapping the lead 2 times a lap, just using DRS. But I mean, now that DRS is gone, it's going to be still technically there. It's just not going to be in certain zones now. This lap sucked. But I just think, I don't know, until they do something about all the ground effects and all the floor stuff, I don't necessarily think the racing is going to, it's going to look maybe different, I think. I don't know, better is going to be the word for it. But I also, a couple, like they have to throw in everything they learned kind of away when they like grew up karting. But it's just going to be about who can adapt the best, I think, really. And I have a feeling like the older drivers like Fernando Alonso, Lewis, Hamilton, and even in some aspects like Nico Hulkenberg and Sergio Perez, I mean, they've been around for a while for the most part. So I feel like they might struggle a bit with I mean, they might adapt too, because I mean, they're all legends for a reason. Well, they're not all of them are legends, but like Alonso and Lewis, they're multi-time champions. So I mean, I feel like the older drivers that have been around longer are probably going to struggle a bit. And I think the younger drivers that are like newer, just coming in, and everyone, and especially they say it's going to probably handle more like a F2 car. So drivers like Kimi Antonelli and Bortoleto and, oh god, who else? I'm drawing a blank here. What's his name? Dang, Oliver Behrman, all the young guns that were there last year, I think they're going to do pretty good this year, as long as they're able to have their practice in and get used to the car, and the mechanics listen to them on what they need and everything. I think it'll be one or two extremes. They'll either adapt really well or not at all. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like it's going to be a 50-50. But I really think the drivers that have been around, that have driven already many different iterations of cars, some of them are going to struggle, and then other ones are not. Like, I think Liam Lawson did an interview saying that it's completely different, and he has to like work his way up to it and everything, which, I mean, that's fair play. I mean, they all kind of have to, but it is what it is. But if I'm going to pick a team that I think that's going to really struggle this year, I don't know. Williams isn't doing themselves any favor by not even being at testing this week. So I just hope it isn't Williams, because they did. Carlos got him 2 podiums last season, and that's like amazing seeing Williams back on the podium. But at the same time, you win some, you lose some. But I'm thinking, I really think Ferrari's probably going to struggle this year, like kind of like they did last year. I don't think they're going to really win anything. I mean, I hope they do, but no one wants to see Yeah, a lot of people already talk about Cadillac being off pace and testing, but that could just be them taking it easy on the car and just getting laps in. But yeah, and I was just getting ready to say they're both Ferrari powered, but Audi is not. They got their own engine this year, which is nice. But if I had to choose between the other Ferrari powered engines, between Haas and Cadillac doing better, I mean, Haas has been doing pretty good the last couple of years. They did really good last year for what they're used to doing. So I think Haas is probably going to do better than Cadillac, even though I think Cadillac has the better drivers necessarily. I don't know. Ocon's up there with Bottas and Perez. I think. Yeah, I think Ocon could probably have a lot better, a better standing if he was in better equipment. I think people sell him kind of short. Pierre Gasly also. I like Pierre Gasly. He's pretty good. He was able to drag that Toro Rosso to a victory at Monza in 2020. I thought that was pretty awesome. But okay. All right, I'm gonna do another lap. Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna do another lap on here with this, and then I'm gonna pull up so I know what I'm talking about really quick. I'm gonna pull up MotoGP lineup now and talk about MotoGP as I take the Red Bull around the track, even though it's the closest thing to a Formula car we got right now, but it'll be alright. I'm already going to say Marc Marquez is probably going to win the MotoGP championship because, I mean, I feel like he always wins everything. But I am excited for, people are probably not even going to know I'm talking about Harley now with MotoGP. But I imagine Ducati is probably going to do the best because they've been dominating with the well, I can do this real quick. Can I do this real quick? Okay. Let me see. I know I can put a comment on here. Oh, there we go. I'll put that in red. Moto GP predictions now. But yeah, in short, I think what I really think is going to happen is I think the racing is going to be really good, but I think in a year or two it's just going to be back to where we were because they always develop the cars and make changes on them aerodynamically very slowly. And if you look at the racing from 2022 to last year, the racing was a lot better in 22, even though the championship was a lot closer this year and Red Bull didn't just run away with it. But that's just development cycles for you, and eventually someone else will catch up to you and either overdevelop you or just find something more clever that works. That's just how motorsports is. But if anything, like I said, McLaren, Red Bull, Mercedes, that's going to be the big three. I think Ferrari's going to struggle. And between Audi and Cadillac, I think Audi is probably going to perform a lot better because even though they're starting off with their own engine, they might have trouble with their own engine since it's not been stress tested that much, I don't think. But at the same time, Audi is not really a brand new team. It's basically Sauber, who's been around forever, and they're just rebranded and they just have their own stuff, is what I really think Audi is going to be. And Cadillac is very brand new, so I think Cadillac might be off pace a little bit. I just don't know who would they be trying to beat, because if this was last year, I would say all they got to do is beat Alpine and it's a win for them, because Alpine was way off for a few races last year. But who knows? That's the wonderment of motorsports and everything. It's kind of hard to predict these things, especially with new regulations coming in. So now I'm going to move the topic over to MotoGP, and I'm going to go ahead and be honest with you. I've only gotten to MotoGP here in the last year or so I'm not really as well versed on MotoGP as everything else, but all I know is at the end of last year, I know Marco Bezzecchi, I think Bezzecchi, he drives for Aprilia, and he was starting to win a good bit of races and be up front more often than not. So the Aprilia was looking really good. But, yeah, when it comes to... Oh, this is a Haas livery on my Red Bull. So when it comes to MotoGP, Ducati is probably going to win this year because they've been, when it comes to the aerodynamics on the bikes and this, that, and the other, and engine power and yada yada. Ducati's been basically the best overall team, easy. Like even their satellite teams in Grassini and Pramac. I think Pramac. Yeah, that was like a few years ago though. But they were pretty much killing it every race. It was always Ducatis on the podium. But going by what I've been reading and everything and watching, people are going to be watching this just wondering how I know all these names. So I like Yamaha. I used to like Suzuki, but they pulled out of MotoGP. I thought Alex Rin's little charge at Phillip Island in Australia on their last year was an amazing charge. So, and he's teamed up on Yamaha with Fabio Quartararo, who was 2020 champion, I think. It was either 2020 or 21. But he was there, he was a champion that year. And ever since then, Yamaha's just been kind of going downhill because they've pretty much for the longest time did not use... Okay, so just about every team now is using like V4 engines. And if you know anything about cars, it's a different layout versus an inline four. So, in my mind, I would imagine a V4 layout, in the turns and everything, it's just not going to be as stable versus an inline four. And that's where Yamaha's been really good, like in cornering and getting off the corners and on the brakes being steady. It's kind of, oh God, it's kind of hard for me to say. My heart tells me that I want Yamaha to do good because I want Fabio Quartararo to come back and his title that he once lost. It'd be really nice to see. But at the same time, I mean, Honda's fallen far from grace. Honda's not been doing that great. The only teams that's been doing really good is any Ducati team and Aprilia. So it's kind of hard to really predict on that. But I mean, it's a no-brainer that Marc Marquez or Francesco Bagnaia is probably going to be the champion for MotoGP this year. Either way, it's going to be a Ducati bike. I think everyone can agree on that. But I am hoping that we at least get some wins with Yamaha using a V4 now. Just because it would be nice to see them back on top. Someone other than Ducati being on top at least would be nice. But Fabio Quartararo and Alex Rins, that's a pretty good solid lineup. I don't really know that much about MotoGP though. I ain't gonna lie. But let's see. Other than that, teams that are gonna struggle. KTM's been kind of up and down, so I hope they don't struggle. But at the same time, there's been rumors about Valentino Rossi's VR46 team switching manufacturers. So if they lose, they're with Ducati right now, but I feel like if they lose factory support and whatever, they might struggle a bit. So it's really hard to say who's going to really struggle. I got a feeling though Honda's probably going to struggle again because I don't think they have any like big stars. I think Johann Zarco's probably still with them, but other than that, I mean, he's won a race and that was last year at his home race last year. But needless to say, I don't know. Those MotoGP races are so dang unpredictable. It's kind of hard to really tell, but everyone knows it's going to be a Ducati winning. So I'm going to change up a bit. No, this thing don't have 8 gears. I thought it did. Don't know why I would try that, because that would have been really bad. Am I going to be under 5 minutes again? I haven't even played this game in a while, so the fact that I'm somewhat decent is... Oh, I'm not going to be under 5 minutes. Oh, 5 minute one. I'll do one more lap. Let's see if I can beat myself here. See if I can get that under 5 minutes this time. Oh no, I done messed up. Oh no. Okay, well. That sucks. Oh well. Oh god, okay, well. Well, I guess y'all get to see me failing now. But I have high hopes for Yamaha when it comes to their new engine layout per se. But the only thing is, since it's a new engine layout, I'm kind of worried they're going to have teething problems with it. But then again, that's what testing is for. So I'm hoping Fabio Quartararo and Alex Rins gets the most out of that thing and does really good. Other than that, I mean, I hope KTM does pretty good. But I really think Honda's going to struggle again. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to catch up at all. I'm 12 seconds behind, good lord. This thing you kind of have to shut your brain off to drive. But anyways, oh god. The only thing is about MotoGP is something I've noticed, at least since Alex Marquez and Marc Marquez have been, well, Mark's always been in top equipment, but his brother's gotten into better equipment, and the thing is, I notice a pattern almost every race is anytime Mark gets in front of his brother, Alex doesn't really attack him. He just kind of sits there behind him the whole time and guides his brother to a victory, which, I mean, it's kind of lame because it's like, attack your brother, man. I mean, I get it, he's your brother, but you got to have some kind of glory. Like, get out of his shadow, something. Oh, okay, there's a place I can make up time right there. I forgot I messed up there. I ain't gonna make up 12 seconds, but... Still gaining, though. But yeah, if anything, I said Marc Marquez is probably gonna win the championship. That's who I think is gonna win, but who I want to win, Fabio Quartararo. Easy. Let the Frenchman have it, El Diablo. Let him have his championship again. He's still young though, so that's what gives me kind of hope that he's not going to go anywhere anytime soon, and hopefully he wins a good bit of championships. A lot of people say MotoGP is not really that fun to watch because Valentino Rossi is not there no more, but I mean, it's been a few years now. Like, you gotta let go sometimes. I'd be like me, still holding on and getting mad at NASCAR, saying I can't watch NASCAR no more. Jeff Gordon's retired. That was 2013. I graduated in 2013. That's so long ago. I think it was 2013 when he retired. I know he came back for a race or two because Dale Earnhardt had his little brain injury. But yeah, and I guess me throwing down some NASCAR facts there, I'm going to have to switch over and do my NASCAR predictions, which they've done some changes to their season, which is going to be fun, which is, I mean, it's my preferred layout of the season that they've ever done. I mean, I know a lot of older fans of NASCAR is going to like the full season format because like every other motorsport has a full season format. They don't do a little playoff thing or anything like that, but it is what it is. Let me just finish this lap and then I'll change the header at the bottom. We'll talk about some NASCAR stuff, even though not a lot of people care about it. I might have to get a more appropriate car for that, probably. Ooh. Well, I gained about 2.5 seconds, but that was probably from my little accident that I had. Oh boy. I've been doing this 30 minutes already. Okay. Oh yeah, yeah. We ain't getting under 5 minutes this time either. Domino's little helmet. Alright. That was not that great. I mean, 5 minutes and 1 second, I mean, eh. It's the Nurburgring, what you gonna do? Alright, so, yeah, not much exciting talking about MotoGP. I don't got much. Oh, I can't, well, can you go away? I don't want to stop broadcasting here. But yeah, I don't know much about MotoGP, but at the end of the day, I'm going to go with Marc Marquez winning the MotoGP championship for 2026 is going to be who I am going to say. And NASCAR predictions. Alright, this is more of my wheelhouse that I know more about is NASCAR. But, I mean, I've kind of fallen out of the loop here in the last couple of years. What can I drive that's going to kind of resemble that? That's a little bit bonkers, but not too bonkers, where I'm just falling off the track the whole time. I mean, I do have a NASCAR painted Corvette, or Camaro, kind of, if I can find it. Got the mellow yellow paint job on it. Or I could just use a Superbird. I don't think I've driven the Camaro in a while, so let me find it. Kind of works out. They still drive Camaros in NASCAR, even though they don't manufacture them anymore. I think they grandfathered the Chevrolets in, which is... it's kind of bullcrap, but at the same time, I mean, it is what it is. What setup do I have on this thing? 602. Oh damn, I have this thing cut down. I guess I'm gonna leave it at a 600 pp tune. Give or take. Yeah, why not? Oh, no LSD. Customizable transmission though. Alright. So NASCAR predictions. Alright. So they've changed it to where now the last 10 races of it, they reset the points. And they go for the championship. Like the top 10, 12, 16 drivers, something like that. Chase format they're doing. I just know they reset the points, and then the last 10 races they all. Oh gosh. Okay, driving this thing going from the Formula cars is not that fun. Oh my gosh. Especially since I had racing tires on them things. I'm gonna drive in third person so y'all can see the car, I guess. And I guess watch me die. Pretty car though. But they changed the formats. I'm just ADHDing on y'all so bad. I'm sorry. Last 10 races, and then the last race after those 10, whoever has the most points is your champion. Instead of doing the playoffs where you have 3 races and then people get eliminated, and then you have 1 race between 4 people to decide the champion. I always hated that. Because in my mind, that means you can win every single race except for that last one, and whoever beat you, and who was also in the running for the championship, whoever beat you in the last race is champion instead of you. That's lame, because we've had Connor Zilic and who else? Well, Corey Haim got his... oh god, oh, that's death. Corey Haim got his championship, but Connor Zilic lost out. Even though he pretty much dominated the whole season last year for the Xfinity, which is now the O'Reilly Series. Well, we're going to mostly talk about the Cup Series. A lot of people are saying Ford is going to struggle. Oh gosh, okay, this is not going good. Curse you, sport tires, and I'm not used to driving with you. But I don't know, no one's mentioning Toyota, but here's the thing. I mean, everyone was saying Denny Hamlin was a title favorite last year. He's had a lot of stuff happen in the off season where his parents' house burned down. I think his dad passed away because of it. I ain't gonna try and shed too much light on that. It's kind of sad because he was extremely motivated last year, but I mean, I don't want to jump on the bandwagon and say this year might be his year just because pity points and all that, but I mean, he might have a with the. Also, they had this big old court case between his team and NASCAR itself and all that. He might have newfound. What's the word? He can concentrate more on it now instead of having to worry about the court case and everything like that going on while he's still driving. So he might be within a better chance now that he can concentrate more on the driving aspect. I mean, he's still a team owner too at the same time. But I mean, I'm a Chevy fan when it comes to NASCAR. Usually I've always been a Team Hendricks fan. So I mean, Kyle Larson. I mean, I'm not really much of a Chase Elliott fan, but Kyle Larson and William Byron, and I like Alex Bowman too. So for me, as long as the Hendrick cars do good, I'm happy. But I do have, there's one Ford driver who I like, and they put him at the top of the power rankings earlier today when I was scrolling on social media, and that would be Ryan Blaney. I do like Ryan Blaney a lot, number 12. He's a pretty good, solid driver. He's very likable. So I mean, they drive Mustangs. I own a Mustang, so I gotta kind of have to represent the Ford crowd here on that one, even though the heart's a bit torn. I don't have much brand loyalty when it comes to motorsports, really. But I'm tired. When it comes to NASCAR, I think either Ryan Blaney. I'm gonna give my top 5 prediction on this one because I know a lot more about it. I'm gonna go with Ryan Blaney, William Byron, Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, and God, who else? Who else would be good? A lot of people say Joey Logano, but I just don't see it. You know, I'm gonna throw in a surprise there. I think Connor Zilisch might do pretty good. He's very adaptable and has driven in a bunch of different cars, so that's gonna be my top 5 right there. Kyle Larson. No, wait, not in that order. God dang. Ryan Blaney, Kyle Larson, William Byron, Denny Hamlin, and Connor Zilisch. That's gonna be my. That's gonna be the folks I'm gonna think that's gonna do good this year. SVG is probably gonna do good on the road courses, but he was pretty much, for the most part, nowhere when it came to the oval tracks. But I mean, it was his first full year doing them in NASCAR, so I don't know. I don't think they've done anything to like the cars themselves this year, so I don't think the racing is going to be any different than they have been the last 2 years or so. I can't remember if they've okayed adding extra horsepower, but they do have a race at an airfield, I believe, in San Diego, something like that. That's coming up. I think that's going to be pretty cool. Really fun to watch. And I think they announced either yesterday or today, they haven't made an official announcement, but I mean, it's been making the rounds that they're going to get rid of the Charlotte Roval that's going to be in the chase, and it's going to go back to the full-on, they're going to have the 500-miler instead of the Roval race, which, I mean, it's good and bad because you have a lot of people that are good at road courses that are in NASCAR now. AJ Allmendinger, SVG, Connor Zilisch. Chase Elliott was pretty good at them, but not in this generation of car. Last gen, yeah, he was really good at road courses. Let's see who else. Michael McDowell. They're all pretty good at road courses, but now they took. I don't think they have a single road course in the chase now. So since they did that, so that's going to make those road course aces' lives a little bit more difficult when it comes to actually being in the chase or like performing during the chase, I should say. That's the only reason why I'm not like having SVG like up at the top of my list, really, because that. I mean, I know it's just one race, but I mean, one race can make a pretty big difference. You never know. See if I can give a clean lap this next lap going through. Yeah, oh, yeah, there we go. Ooh, terrible gearing. I should have shortened my gears. I shouldn't have lengthened them like I did. Oh no. What else? I don't think there's going to be any big team changes. Maybe Kyle Busch is going to be getting into a better team. He deserves it. I mean, he's been nothing but struggling when it comes to being over there at Richard Childress's. I think he's won a race. But to be fair, I think he won a race, wasn't he that? I think either that or I just remember the car looking really good. It was when I think it was the last California race. I think, no, Alex Bowman won that race, I think. His car was like really nice and red and I liked it a lot. Dang, I forgot to put him in my predictions too, even though a lot of people sleep on him. Nice guy though. Let's see. He was driving the Lucas car. I remember it being blue and looking like the Hendricks car, that Kyle Larson's Hendricks.com car that Larson was driving. It looked pretty similar. But I think that was the last time, I wouldn't say the last time, but like that was like his first year there and he was doing really good and then all of a sudden he just like fell off. So I don't know, maybe it's the Lewis Hamilton thing that I said earlier. It just doesn't suit his driving style. Which, I mean, is fair, because, I mean, he was killing it with the high horsepower, having them things on the ragged edge all the time. That dude was saving cars left and right. And, like, not wrecking. But now, it's like these cars, like, when they lose grip and, like, you go to fix it, they just grip up too much and they just put you right back in the wall. It's like, they're really nervous cars, it seems like. Not the safest either, since Kurt Busch had to retire due to concussions or whatever when he got in an accident. It wasn't even a bad one, but I mean, sure, they made their safety improvements on the cars. Oh, I didn't want to spin out all the way. That was lame. Oh well, still ahead. Go, 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 go. I don't even have a ghost, I don't think. Where's my ghost at? This ain't nice. I don't even have a ghost to chase. But, yeah, I think NASCAR-wise, I think Ford's going to do good this year. I'm gonna put my eggs in my basket and say Ryan Blaney is probably going to be a champ. I hope so. Ford guy. Mustang, got to know Mustang, I guess. Oh, speaking of which, I mean, I'm a little bit late on this. We had a snowstorm, or ice storm, I should say. So I kind of put everything behind. I was going to do my Rolex 24 predictions, but the race is already over, and my predictions would have been wrong anyways, so I was hoping Cadillac would have won at the 24 Hours of Daytona, but Porsche won instead, so congratulations to Penske Porsche. And I was hoping that the Mustangs would have done good, but I think, who won? I think it was BMW won GTD. Or GT, is it GTD? I can't remember. No, GTP is the prototypes. GTD Pro, I think BMW won that class, and when it came to just regular GTD, which I think they have novice drivers and pro drivers in, I think Mercedes won that one. So I'm gonna say congratulations to them. They did pretty good. I heard the race was pretty good too, except for overnight time when it got foggy and they had like, I don't want to say, I know someone said it was like the longest yellow flag like ever. I don't want to say it was like 6 hours, but I want to say it was something ridiculous like that, where they were just riding around the fog. I haven't seen hardly anything on the highlights on that, which, I mean, in a way it's kind of funny, because like years ago, like it was downpouring and racing and people were like crashing getting like from the road course. Oh god. Okay, yeah. 6 hours of the, wait, no, I'm freaking, okay, I'm squirreling again. No. That's just ridiculous though, 6 hour caution. But anyways, yeah, there was like a couple years ago where it was like downpouring and raining and people were like wrecking getting off the road course going onto the main track, and they still didn't like, I think they might have eventually red flagged it or yellow flagged it or something like that, but like it was just ridiculous. It's not the first time I've seen fog interrupt a race either. There was one time at Pocono, NASCAR was racing there and they had to call the race because like the spotter stand just could not see the track. It was ridiculous. And I think I think that was, yeah, Chris Buescher won his first race, and now look at him. He's driving the 17 for RFK. That's a team that I think really needs to do good in NASCAR too, by the way. RFK, like I think they completely missed it. All of them missed the playoffs last year. And they have Chris Buescher, Brad Keselowski, and Ryan Preece. I like Ryan Preece. He's a funny guy. So I think that team deserves to do pretty good. And they have sometimes they have the nicest paint schemes. I think Brad was running a number 6 Castrol livery, I think, and that was really nice. Took me back seeing the Castrol colors on the NASCAR. Let's see. And they apparently also have changed where the finale's at. It's been at Phoenix for like the longest time in that track. I mean, it's a decent track, but it's just not. When it comes to like a NASCAR finale, you don't think like going out there to like Phoenix, Arizona would be like the hotbed for like a NASCAR finale. Like, it's a 1 mile track. It's not that big. I don't know how good the facilities are there, but like you can just imagine like Phoenix really as your finale. It's not that it's like, I will say, I mean, it is kind of a short track, but like the racing there is just not really that exciting, if anything. So I'm glad they've gone back to, I think, Homestead, Miami, which is it's a 1 mile track. No, it's not a 1 mile track. I think it's a 1.5 mile track. Yeah, it's a 1.5 mile track. And unlike most of the intermediate tracks where they're like the D-shaped oval with the little curves on the front straight, this track is just, it's like egg-shaped almost. It's like Darlington if Darlington had even shaped corners, which is very nice. I've always liked Homestead, Miami as a finale track. It just seems more like it. It's in Florida where the season pretty much begins, because it begins in Daytona, which is in Florida. It should end in Miami, which is also in Florida. It's just much nicer. That, or just go to Las Vegas, the track itself, because that's where they like have their banquet. I feel like they should probably do that, but I mean, Las Vegas as a track, it doesn't race as good as, let's say, Chicagoland or Charlotte, I don't think. I would say Atlanta would be my favorite, but since they reconfigured it into like a super speedway style track, I liked old Atlanta so much because of the tire wear. Dang, I was still slow. Yeah, that's because I had that spin though. I probably could have done like a 115 probably. Oh yeah, buddy. Right. That was fun. All right. What the fuck? Okay. Okay. I'm getting work texts. Trying to ignore those right now because I don't have to work tomorrow. I've already done my time today, so I'm done with that crap. Anyway. So yeah, NASCAR predictions definitely going to be Ryan Blaney going to win the championship. I think the Hendricks crew is going to give him a run for his money, and also Denny Hamlin. But I'm guessing I'm just ignoring Christopher Bell. But meh, I think Denny Hamlin's going to be more on it than he will be. No new regulation changes though, so not much to really talk about on NASCAR. I'm gonna have to look this up real quick to know what I'm talking about on this one, but I already know. IndyCar, Alex Palou, more than likely, is gonna win it, even though I want it to be, realistically, like, I have like two different things here. I have who I think's gonna win versus who I want to win. And I think, excuse me. I think it's probably going to be Alex Palou. Not going to lie, he's been Max Verstappen in it in IndyCar for a good bit now, and as much as he's probably going to win, in my mind, I really want Pato Award, one of the McLarens. I would really much like it if one of the McLarens would. Speaking of McLarens, I'm just going to try this one now, even though it's not a McLaren. Yeah, I really hope one of the McLarens win this year. I don't know who else. Siegel, I think is his name. Nolan Siegel, I think. But yeah, I want Pato Award to, to win the championship, or at least that's how I'm hoping. But I honestly think it's going to be Polo. And if not Polo, then maybe, or if not Polo or Award, then I think maybe Joseph Newgarden. Oh gosh. That's going to be my predictions for IndyCar. I don't necessarily. They've done some things. I think they introduced like this hybrid system that they were going to do last year, or they were supposed to implement it this year, but they instead just threw it in the middle of the season, which is, I mean, I don't think that's ideal to do in mid-season. Mid-season changes in motorsport are always kind of frowned upon. Like, why can't you wait until the year's over with to implement these new changes? Okay, this thing is a good bit faster than the other one because it's geared right. No. But yeah, my heart says McLaren. I mean, I'm not going to say I'm a McLaren fanboy, but I mean, the personalities they have hired are pretty great. Lando Norris is really likable. Oscar Piastri is hilarious without even trying. And yeah, I'm a big Pato Award fan when it comes to IndyCar. It's been hard to watch the last couple Indy 500s with how close he's been. But I am hoping that McLaren gets the job done in F1 and in IndyCar, hopefully. And I'm going to have to do a V8 Supercars one too, but that one's going to be pretty short. There's not much I know about. I mean, I know about it, but I will say though, when it comes to watching racing, like, if y'all don't have it like on the highlights, I mean, that's the only way I can really consume it. I'm usually working on the days the races are happening, so I can't really watch them per se, but I always catch the highlights. I will say, when it comes to racing itself and like more fun to watch and like seeing the battles and everything, I'm not gonna lie, Formula One is kind of meh because too much dirty air. NASCAR has kind of gone the same route. They're making the cars way too aero dependent. But I will say IndyCar has some very good racing. But also Australian V8 Supercars. They have really good racing too. They have Camaros and Mustangs racing each other. And I think Toyota/Lexus are introducing, I think it's a Supra or something like that. That's going to have a V8 in it. And it's going to be contending this year or next year, something like that. But yeah, I think when it comes to like the purist watching racing itself, the V8 Supercars like have it nailed down because the cars they don't have all this underfloor stuff where it generates more aero and then it has like backwash essentially of dirty air coming out from underneath the cars. They're just not as air dependent, and it's amazing watching them like chucking them over the curbs and how close they get to the walls and everything like that. It's just very pleasing to watch. It like takes you back, like dang, these guys are like racing on top of each other and giving each other like no room for anything. It's really fun to watch. V8 Supercars. I should have probably just threw that in there with the IndyCar, since I just watch the racing. I don't like follow everything religiously and stuff like that. The only ones I know more about is F1 and NASCAR. Those are the main two I know a lot about. IndyCar it's up there. I know a good bit about IndyCar, but not a crazy amount. But yeah, I guess IndyCar, I'm going to hope for Patricio Award to win the championship. even though I think it's going to be Alex Palou. And V8 Supercars, God, what's his name? Cam Waters, I think. He drives the Monster Mustang, I think he's going to do, hopefully, I think he's going to win the championship. I don't know how their championship format works, or who's all in it. I think the name is Cam Waters, who drives the Monster Mustang. I could be wrong. Could be, what's the other guy's name? Cam Waters and, oh gosh, I'm drawing a blank. This is going to be embarrassing. What's his name? Not Parker Retzlaff. That's not who I'm thinking of. Dang. I am drawing a blank. Because one of them was driving the Shell Mustang. I'll just put it that way. Whoever drives the Shell Mustang, I hope does good, and whoever drives the Monster Mustang, I hope does good. Mustangs all the way. I don't really care much for the Cam. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, so Cam Waters, that's who I'm going to hope for, who's going to be winning in the V8 Supercars. I'm going to go my lap in this. We'll be locked in. What? Why is my ghost? Do I have like a ghost turned off or something? Like, I don't know what happened. Oh well. Get to ride on board now. We're going to be flying around here this time. Instead of driving third person making goofy mistakes, we're going to actually try and haul butt this time. Imagine how fast I'd be if I had a wheel. Man, it's going to bug me who drives the freaking Shell. Oh, Brody Kostecki. That's who drives the freaking Shell car. Yeah, Brody Kostecki or Cam Waters is who I'm hoping is going to be the V8 Supercar champion. I ain't going to try and predict who's going to win the Bathurst 1000. I ain't even going to try with that. I don't know why Brody just finally came to my brain. He had a big old wreck on one of the last rounds of the season. He like hopped over a curb and just completely ended up going straight. And that was behind the fence. Ended up getting injured because like it pushed the tire wall in. But he got the shot of a lifetime for sure. So Brody Kostecki or Cam Waters is who I'm predicting for the V8 Supercars Championship. And then after I finish this lap, it's probably going to be my last one that I do. I'm going to, well, I'm going to do one lap in an LMP1 car and talk about WEC and IMSA, and then finally do a lap on this track in the freaking Dodge SRT Tomahawk. Oh boy. I don't think I've ever taken that car around this track because I'm terrified to do so, but for y'all are going to get to watch it and experience my live reactions to that. So stay tuned for that in about 15 minutes or so, whenever I drag this poor LMP1 car that I'm going to drive around here and talk about WEC and IMSA like I know what I'm talking about. Y'all got any predictions? Y'all can tell me y'all's predictions too, you know. I'm down to listen, give me something to read kind of while I'm driving. If y'all got any predictions on who y'all think is going to be doing good, anything like that, let me know. I'm going to try and concentrate on this upcoming part because it is going to be fun. Or actually, you know what? Instead of telling me y'all can tell me who y'all think is going to do good in the sports too, but I want to hear like some crazy predictions that y'all might have. That's what I'm interested in. Like maybe personal opinions, like, oh, I think McLaren's going to be last in the Constructors' Championship in F1, or I think, you know, we finally see our last race at Monaco because the racing there is awful and the only fun thing to watch is qualifying. I don't think they're ever going to get rid of Monaco, to be honest. But yeah, if y'all got any predictions, anything crazy that y'all think is going to happen this year, let me hear it. I'm all ears. Just kind of excited to see what opinions y'all have and who y'all think is going to do good, bad, in between. Holy crap, I'm flying. Woo! gonna get ready to race with my boy Jet here in a few minutes after I finish all this. I'm excited. I don't even know what we're gonna do. GT3 or Group 4s, something like that. I am excited. I'm gonna be hosting a public lobby on here. I don't even know where to start at. Maybe Spa or Red Bull Ring, but I'm looking too far ahead right now. I need to finish this first before I do all that. I'm only like a second and a half ahead. Oh, come on, get out of the dirt. Oh man, that was almost death. Ha. All right, Jet, I got you, boy. What's your predictions for this year, by the way? Like, what do you think's gonna happen when it comes to Formula One and all that? You think Max Verstappen is gonna probably win every freaking race again this year or something? Because I would be kind of sad if that happens. I don't want him to win no more. Yeah, that would be awesome. One of the new teams doing good. Like, it would be insane. Like, start of the new regulations, Audi or Cadillac puts the car on pole and then just walks off and wins. That would be amazing. Oh God, no brakes all the way. Jesus. Oh, this is an IndyCar paint scheme. This is a Pato Awards paint scheme, I think. Number 5 with the Chevy logos. That's got to be Pato Award. Anyway. Yeah, I would want... Yeah, that would be crazy. If that happens, I will probably lose my mind at work while I'm watching the freaking replays. Because usually I open on Sundays, so like the highlights get posted like at around 10 or 11 o'clock, and I'm just like glued to my phone watching them. That's going to be exciting. Peugeot or old Audi? I'm gonna go with old Audi. See if I can manage this beast since it liked to spin out a lot when everyone else was using it. Let's see if I can manage something. I'm gonna cheat real quick though and check something. Yeah, I'm thinking people might have, like I said, I think the older drivers like Alonso, Hulkenberg, Lewis, I think they're going to have a harder time adapting and getting used to it since, I mean, not to diss them that they're older, but I mean, they are older and that's just kind of the trajectory of things whenever, god dang it, the trajectory of things whenever people tend to age, especially Alonso. Like, I love Fernando Alonso. Oh. I don't like that. I don't like that Fernando Alonso is probably going to be leaving. Well, this thing is stock, son. Oh, man. Alright, R.I.P. me. Let's see. Alright, this is going to be the last lap I do until it's pure madness. So we're going to go with WEC and IMSA predictions. Okie doke. I'm not going to go with team names and everything because I can't be bothered looking all that crap up. I'm just going to go ahead and say, when it comes to overall championship, I am hoping that Ferrari wins for WEC. They're not in IMSA, but when it comes to WEC, Ferrari. And honestly, I'm hoping it's the, what's the AF? No, AF Corsa. I'm hoping it's not one of the red Ferraris. I'm hoping it's the yellow one with Robert Kubica because he deserves it. They won Le Mans last year, I believe, and they just announced that he's going to be returning back. So I'm hoping either that or I think it's the 50 car with Antonio Giovinazzi, just because they both used to be F1 stars. So I'm hoping the best for those guys. So Ferrari, the 499P or whatever it's called, I'm thinking that thing is going to be awesome again this year. And I think Porsche pulled out of WEC. I think they're still in IMSA, but I think Porsche pulled out of WEC, so I think that's going to make their lives a lot easier. But at the same time, I think IMSA, they have an Aston Martin too now. But I hope the Valkyrie does pretty good. I would like to see them get a win because they're like the only cars that's not using hybrid. It's just a straight up normal V12, which you would think that would be something Ferrari would do, being Ferrari, but they've gone with the crowd with their engines and everything, which I mean, that's fine. Ooh, I don't know what camera to be on. Oh, okay, that was some understeer right there. I don't like that. But yeah, when it comes to GT, I don't know anything about the LMP cars. But whoever wins is the fastest. Congratulations. LMP 2 and 3, I don't really keep up with those. It's the LMDH and LMH or whatever they're called style cars, and the GT cars are the ones I really care about. So yeah, Ferrari for WEC overall. And when it comes to for WEC, when it comes to their GT series, I think it's probably going to be a Porsche. It's always a Porsche. Unless, I can't remember if Chevy's got their Corvettes in that program still or not. I know they're in IMSA, but I don't know if they're in WEC still. Could be. But also, I'm actually going to pull for Ford and the Ford Mustang for WEC when it comes to the GT series. I know it's probably a bad call, but I got to represent the Ford gang since I drive them. That's just what I got to do. And then IMSA. When it comes to IMSA, Ferrari's not in IMSA, so it's not going to be an easy pick for me on that one. But I mean, it's going to definitely be a toss-up between Cadillac and Porsche. I don't think Acura is going to be blowing any doors off, really. I mean, they do have two different teams now with Ricky Taylor and what's his brother's name? I can't remember his brother's name. Jonathan Taylor, something like that. Either way, the Taylor brothers drive separate cars. It would be nice to see them both in the same car because they're both really good, but that might be too much. But yeah, I don't think Acura's probably not going to be doing the best. They might get a race win or two, but I'm going to pull for Cadillac and IMSA. More importantly, the 31 Cadillac is who I'm going to really pull for. I think that's the red Cadillac, not the yellow one. Old big red. Oh, well. That did not turn out that good. And when it comes to the GTD and GTD Pro and all that, I'm hoping McLaren does good. I think they're in just GTD. I don't think they're in the Pro. And I'm going to hope Mustang wins GTD Pro for IMSA as well. So Mustangs across the board on that. That's who I think is going to do. Is going to kill it for IMSA, I feel like. I'm just really looking forward to the 24 hours of Le Mans again. I can't wait for Memorial Day, to be honest, because that's like racing day. You start the day off with the Monaco. You start the day off with the Monaco Grand Prix, and then you have the Indy 500, and then the Coca-Cola 600. They're like all in a line with each other. It's just fantastic. Porsche fanboy here, don't hate me. I mean, they win a lot, and not to mention, Rexy and IMSA. They have a pretty iconic car. I think it's team like AO or AIO or something like that. So the green dinosaur Porsche is very nice to look at, especially since for every race they win, they put a gold tooth on it, which is pretty cool. It would be nice to see that thing full of gold teeth, though. Come on, Torque, get me up that hill. I'll be happy under 6 minutes with this thing, even though those mistakes I made. I'm going to be terrified with my next thing going. Oh, I'm not looking forward to driving the Tomahawk, but that's what everyone's come here to see, because I done said I'm going to drive the maddest cars I can around here. Well, when it comes to sports cars, I ain't going to bust out my tune cars. Those aren't that fun to watch. You're just going to see me crash. Oh, I said under 6 minutes, and I did a 6-minute .4. That's disappointing. Ugh, that's annoying. If I could only win half a second faster, I would have been pleased. But, needless to say, hey, I didn't have any dumb spin-outs in this thing, though, so I guess I can drive this thing alright. This thing is a little bit tail-happy. I did add more aero on the back of it, though, than I originally had, because I knew I was going to die on this thing. Oh, I did smack the wall a few times, though, by accident. Oops. Oh, boy. Oh, big stretch. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to do this lap in the Tomahawk, and then after that it's going to be probably some food time, and then it's going to be open lobby racing with the fams, with my friends. I know Jet's looking forward to doing this, doing some racing. It's been about a week or so, maybe a little bit longer. Okay, well, first of all, I need to check something real quick. I need to check the transmission on this thing. Hold on. That thing was flying through them gears a lot faster than I wanted it to. That's this thing. This thing's gonna be ridiculous. Oh, well, I mean, that should be enough, but I'm just, can I do this? Can I stretch it even further? Yeah, there we go. Alright. That should be safe now. I feel a lot better about that, so I'm not shifting gears every 2 seconds. I hope. Oh boy. Well, it's been nice knowing y'all. This is going to be my death right here. At least it's in Project Cars where I can have wheels go flying off and crap. Can I go faster? Oh my god, even just burping the throttle is terrifying. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, okay. I have to like turn my brain off to drive this thing. This is ridiculous. I should have probably changed my message. I ain't talking about nothing now. You're just gonna hear me freaking out the whole time. Oh my god. Y'all gonna have to ignore the jerky motions. I'm using the steering wheel. Y'all can get over it. Oh, man. Oh, God. Alright, well. To space. Oh, wow. It didn't go to space. Okay. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, a car shouldn't be going this fast on this track. Just saying. Oh, my God. Well, oh my god. Oh, okay, well, that's gonna be fun to watch in the replay. Okay, I already know what I'm gonna do after I end this live stream. I am definitely gonna like record this lap. Oh my god, the steering is like too fast. Oh my god, how did I freaking spin out? Oh my god, now I can't turn. Oh boy. Yeah, cars on, yeah, these things should not go this fast. Nothing on this track should be able to go this fast. This would be much nicer if I was at Le Mans doing this, because long straight, I mean it is bumpy, but oh my gosh. This is not ideal. This is nothing but scaredness. Yeah, it's like point and shoot. Oh my god, like even like the slightest little like bobble on the steering to like kind of straighten the car out, it's just like, nope, we're going this way. Only thing I can do is just like hit the rev limiter a bunch of times and just use that to limit me, because I'm just going to keep on shifting if not. Oh god. I don't want to do this. This is where Niki Lauda died. Or not died, crashed. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh, how did I not die? Oh, oh. Oh god. Oh no. Okay, well I died there instead. I made it all the way through that and I died. Yeah, no. I ain't going down in there. That's just death waiting. Jesus Christ. Yeah, speed. Oh god, this section right here is going to be torture. Nothing but torture. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Like, I want to push, but I know I'll die if I do. I still think the Red Bull, my Red Bull lap might be faster. That's saying something. I don't think I'm gonna get to the finish line in a minute. Oh, not with doing stuff like that. Oh god, the bumpy. Oh god, freaking back end was just bouncing. Googly moogly, that thing is juicy. He is a little thick. Oh god, oh. I shouldn't have said that. I didn't mean to call you thick, I'm sorry. Just about killed me after I called it thick. It's a compliment. Damn, cars don't know. Oh, no steering. Okay, I might have to do something with the suspension to make this thing actually livable, to think about it now. Because, I mean, this thing is, like, low as crap, and I'm just taking it around the Nurburgring like I expect it to, like, be okay. But, I mean, at the same time, I'm going so dang fast, I don't think, like, this thing even registers bumps, not gonna lie. Alright, well, I'm in the wrong gear for this, but, you know, whatever. We're gonna go fast. Yeah, boy. Oh, I lost it. No, I'm in there. Woo. Okay, well, look at that. Nailed it. That's exactly what I wanted to do. Y'all just don't know. That was planned. Yeah, I went faster in my Red Bull than I did in this thing, so... I don't know. Might try one more time in this thing, because it only takes 5 minutes. And, yeah. Oh yeah, let's see this real quick. Oh no, I didn't mean to skip a whole lot. No, go back. We have got to see this. I know the replay volume is probably going to be very loud. For that, I apologize, but let's see. I want to see my big old wipeout here. Oh, whoops. Let's see what we got going on here. I want to see this thing take the crap off. That's just embarrassing. Alright, let's go. Let's see. Oh, that's it. Yeah, if this was Project Cars, half my car would probably already be gone. Oh, yeah, here we go. This is what we came to see, y'all. Woo! Oh, God. There we go. That's what we wanted to see. Alright. That's what we came to see. The big old wipeout. Good lord. That thing said, "You dead." Alright, I'm going to try something on this car real quick and see if I can maybe get it around here a little bit faster, sub 5 minutes. Because, I mean, like I said, my Red Bull right now is the fastest thing, followed by the Chaparral. So, can't do that. The cars only have half the power this thing does. Can't have that happening. Oh, I already have it raised. That's embarrassing even more. Oof. That's not good. Although, I do have it stiff AF. So we are going to lower that a little bit, even though it's not going to make hardly much of a difference. Other than that, let's see if I can stretch out the gears a little more. Oh god, 986. That's so weird that you can't adjust that. It's just random numbers they throw in. Alright, last try. We're going to see if we can get this around. And then after this, I'm finishing up the live stream and getting me something to eat. And I will be back on shortly after. I don't want to dang eat. Alright. Oh, this thing already feels a little bit different. I don't like it. Alright, time lap has started. Oh, I'm already off in the first corner. That's not off to a good start. Let's go. I kind of know what to expect now a little bit. Oh god. Even touching the curbs though is like a death sentence though. The car's just like, let me hug it. I just did a freaking wheelie. Oh man. Oh! Well. Okay, I'm gonna have to restart that. Wow. What's his name? Jan Martinborough or something like that. Freaking type crash. Oh, do I even try and drive it on this view? This is like the most comfortable view I have, but I like to be able to see what the car is doing. That's so strange, this thing like turns better the faster you go. I don't like it. It's like, what is brakes? Oh, okay, I haven't had a big accident yet. But I'm kind of grandma in it right now. Alright, maybe no downforce to say. Okay, no, it's not the answer through here. It's not the answer. I just caught flight. I'm going to hit the overtake button a few times. Oh! Oh my god, I landed it and saved it at the same time. I don't know how I did that. Yeah, this thing ain't for the faint of heart. If y'all ever want to test yourself or probably give yourself anxiety or a heart attack one, yeah, try doing this. I would say work your way up to it though, because you ain't gonna go nowhere. Oh, all right, we're cutting. You ain't gonna go nowhere in this thing if you ain't got a little bit of practicing something kind of quick. Like a super formula is, man, you're gonna have a workout on that if you do it on the wheel. I'm telling you now. Like my hands hurt, and I'm just driving normally on this thing. I ain't even using the wheel. Oh, turn. Oh god, I don't know how I didn't end up in the wall right there. This thing does not do sharp turns though, is what I realized. Even though it turns good, it's like you have to be on the gas for it to turn better, and I just, oh god. Okay, so bumps makes this thing wheelie. I think I goofed that up by having the, having the back end. I just did a wheelie again. Having the back end a little bit stiffer than the front. Freaking got a freaking drag racing. It feels like I got a drag racing, oh my god, this thing needs to stop doing that. I just got like a drag racing setup on it. I'm terrified of going down a long straight. And I get that hill, like what's gonna happen? I'm just gonna like take off and flip. Because like even over these little rises and stuff, this thing is like catching air. That's terrifying. Oh, get off the wall. Oh my god, it did one there. Like, I'm not having a fun time. I mean, I'm having fun, don't get me wrong, but I'm also very confused the whole time too, not gonna lie. Like, I know what's going on, but I don't know what's going on. I'm wheeling everywhere. Trying not to die. horses. Oh! It's a bucking bronco I'm driving in right now. That's the sad part. It's a Dodge. It ain't a Ford. Ain't no horses on this thing. I mean, it's got many of the horsepowers, I guess. Little joke. Oh God. Okay. Well, that wasn't fun. I'm about to experience another one here, I think, in a second. Oh no. Okay. Oh, I think we're going to beat my record now. Because I don't think this thing's going to take a minute to get down that straight unless I do something like that. Curse of the commentator, I guess. Oh my God. See, like when I catch that curb right there, it's just like, no, we ain't turning, bro. Okay. Alright, we're going to be in the correct gear the whole time for this one now. This is very low. Should I? Oh. Well, it's not going to be the cleanest lap, but we have a new Nurburgring record for myself. 441. Woo! That thing's bumping. Alright. Well, that's that on that one. I like how I didn't change my header again down there at the bottom, but oh well. I know what I'm doing. Hold up. Oh, it won't let me save it. Oh, I know how to save it. Yeah, I'm gonna save that. Alright, let's see. I got something funny maybe to show. Let's see real quick. Before I go and log off on this live stream, where's my Fiat at? I have a funny thing on there to do. Yeah, ignore those bunch of cars. I did that for a trophy. Oh, there it is. Oh, snow tires. Okay, well, I can't change my tires? No! Game, why do you do this to me? You can't let me just equip the car and change the tires, you know, like a normal person? Stupid. Okay, well, I'm not going to say this is going to be cut short, but let's see if I have something, I guess, silly to show off, I guess. I don't got anything silly. My goal was to bust out that thing with the stock engine in it and bust out a wheelie in it. Oh well. Oh yeah, there we go. So I guess in saying all that, it has been a fun live stream. It's been about an hour and a half that I've been doing it, and y'all have seen me take my nuttiest cars around this track. At least the ones I have. I might do this again eventually and let y'all see some of the cars I have proper tunes for. Okay. Okay. I didn't expect this thing to drive like that. But yes, enjoy the Domino's livery and, well, not livery, but outfit that I'm wearing. I'm not going to do a full lap around here on this. It's going to take me like 10 minutes probably. I don't even have the right tires on it, I don't think, but I will. Makes me want to go go-kart and IRL. I gotta do that. I might plan that here soon. Plan on doing something like that here soon. See if I can bust a wheelie up the hill. I doubt it. This thing ain't going nowhere near fast enough. If it does... Yeah, I didn't think so. That'd been funny if it did. I could imagine driving these things around here. That would be probably fun. Doing a custom race with carts around the Nurburgring. That would be ridiculous, I think. Be probably close racing though. Because I mean, if you make a mistake, you're kind of hoed, but I feel like the racing would be very intense because you don't really go that fast. Oh, see, like right there, I'll probably be out. Oh, we dirt tracking it. Oh! And with my driver staring, oh, never mind. Oh yeah, I want him looking at y'all. Yeah, look at my driver's eyes. Just look at him. He's done with my crap, and I'm done with this, I guess. He's like, hello, ladies. Oh, god dang it! It's kind of hard to balance this out. Oh, there we go. Hello, ladies. How you doing? Oh. Hi, how are you? Alright, everybody. Well, thank you to everybody who's been watching the stream. Mostly you, Jet. I know you've been watching and talking. I appreciate the support. We'll start a lobby here shortly so we can do some races together. But I am going to make me something to eat before I do that. But I appreciate everybody, and I will see y'all later. Bye-bye.